Yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a new recap today. So today is November 13th, and we took a bit of a loss. Going into the session, what we had seen is that as market opened, we dumped like insane, and that dump led us into this 4-hour PD array as well as a weekly opening gap over here. So with that being said, coming into the session after we dumped over here, one thing to pay attention to is that we would want to either sell off from either of these PD arrays here, for example, these fair value gaps, or this order block above over here. And in order for us to get that, we need to buy up. So a scalp position could have been taken off of a chain of state or delivery and pull back to chain in the state to then target either of these fair value gaps or these highs over here. But rather than looking for that, my focus was on the higher time frame today. And I wanted to see a sell side after taking any of these imbalances here. So we pull back into this order block over here. That created an SMT with ES. So with that SMC being put in place, we're now in a bearish bias. So waiting for that chain of state or delivery and a pullback to it, I missed that entry. I didn't take that entry because what I had in my mind at that time was that we would pull back into this order block over here and continue bullish, as what I had seen, or what explains my bias is as we opened the 4-hour candle, we created a open, low, high, and I expect any rebounds to then push us back to close higher or anywhere near within that range. So I wasn't intentionally looking for sells to break any of these lows. However, that kind of ended up being the death of me today as we created an SMC at these lows over here that I wouldn't have paid attention to, as we still have these SMCs at the highs. We wanted to wait for a chain of state delivery, but if you zoom in, we didn't exactly get that chain of state delivery, and I entered 3 seconds early before the candle closure. So I got myself tapped in, and I tapped myself in over here, which was a not great entry. Also considering the fact that we didn't change the state of delivery, so the entry model didn't present itself either. So with that being said, taking that entry, just riding it to stop loss. As soon as you're in a trade, might as well stay in it unless you see trade buys taking you otherwise. And today's trade was definitely one where I could have exited early, just understanding that my entry model wasn't presented. And I didn't make that decision today. I ended up losing $475 on the day. Not a bad day today, but could definitely learn from the lessons of today. So then come into the next day and take a trade, for example, like this sell side position over here that would have smacked TP and could have even had partials running to the weekly opening gap. So with that being said, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.